Welcome to the Style Guru Unfiltered. So you know what that means. Nothing is off limits. I'm G, the creative mind behind the Style Guru Clothing Boutique, and your host. Join me for real, raw conversations. And if you think this is just about clothes, you're wrong. This is about lifestyle, culture, and everything in between. So let's get unfiltered. Today, we have experienced curator, a bomb dancer and choreographer, brand strategist, marketing maven, and media personality, and now, been a part of the Love and Marriage Detroit cast. Welcome, Chelsea Victoria.
Oh, hello.
How you like that? Thank you for being here.
Absolutely, babe.
I love, we ain't even gonna lie. This is my girl right here,
Yeah.
okay? So we ain't gonna front. But tell me what's been going on. Kick it with me in life, period.
Life. This has been a very transitional year for me. But God is good. So, a lot of times I've been in that type of season where when you don't jump, you get pushed. So the girl is just free falling, and it's okay.
That's a good part of the story. That makes the journey in the story that much greater.
Yeah, but it's funny because everything is a microcosm. So the very thing that I have done for the past 10 years professionally is what I'm doing in life right now, which is building the plane while I'm flying it. So.
Okay. I love it.
So that's that, but I'm not bad at it. I used to be a little abrasive toward change. Right now, I'm very much so in my embracing season. I'm just like, learn how to pivot, baby. So,
and that's the best way to do it, because if you resist, it just makes it that much harder.
If you resist, yes. And then you take all these detours to get where you're supposed to be if you were to just detach.
Okay.
So it's like,
because God said, look, this is mine. Let me take control of this. And at this point in my life, I'm like, yes, please do, because I ain't doing it right.
Okay.
Take all control.
But I'm going to let Jesus fix it, because if I fix it, I'm going to jail. So I'm like, no, I have a whole lot of peace this year. So
that's what's up.
You my girl, so you know.
Yes, I know. You telling the truth. But speaking of professional life and what you've been doing over the past few years, now we know you're a bomb dancer, choreographer. That's literally how I first saw you, really.
Really? I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, at Keisha's wedding, actually.
Oh my God,
yes,
really?
Yes.
That is so funny.
And you did your thing.
Oh, girl.
But how did that become a part of your life like that? How did you get into dance?
So I've been dancing since I was 7 years old, and you got to clarify when you talk to people, especially.
Oh, yeah, my
like
bad.
I danced. It was like, oh Lord, where you going? Can I come see you, girl? Pithy. I'm like, nah.
Not that type of dance, y'all. Clarify for the people.
I'm a technically trained dancer in hip hop. So I started when I was 7. I'm an East Side girl. I grew up on the East Side, so I used to go to Miss Renee and Company on East Warren from the time I was 7. When I moved to Southfield with my father, and I've always danced like in school and stuff too, cheer, pom-pom, whatever the case was, but I always wanted to be trained, so that's why I started at the age of 7. And I moved with my father when I was 14, and coincidentally, because this is what I'll be talking about, like the interweb of everybody being so connected, and God is so strategic in everything that he does.
Hello.
So I'm on this show, right? And the husband of Christina is the very first studio that I got trained at when I moved to Southfield when I was 14. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So Star Factory was my home for like a decade.
Okay.
And he does, like, Brandon is true to the game. Like, he is an artist development like manager, like that's what he does.
Yeah.
So a lot of the people that you've seen come out of Detroit have been through Star Factory one way or another. So I started there. I was doing hip hop. You remember the show America's Best Dance Crew?
Yes.
And they had Acid from Detroit. So Adrian Dries of Acid was my trainer.
Okay, so been.
Yeah, he trained me. Jarrell, J.G. Gordon, Gordy. He was also out of Star Factory. He trained me, and I think he was like touring in wherever. But, and the market here for dancers is seemingly small, but there are so many women and men who come out of here who are like doing their thing, like on tour with Meg Thee Stallion, Beyonce, like these people, and a lot of these people have come by way of the Detroit dance circuit.
Okay.
So
the D.
Yes, the D.
Okay.
Not D-Town. The D.
The D. Check her credentials.
Okay.
She's a legit trained
yes.
dancer.
So
Okay.
even when I left there, and I'll wrap it up, but even when I left Star Factory, when I was like, I would say I was around 20, but when you are in the Detroit music industry, because dancers, performers, entertainers, whatever, we're all connected.
Oh, yeah.
You're always going to rub elbows with somebody. And so one of the first artists that I danced backup for, we got all these different placements when I was probably like 18, 19, and we were doing shows with like Monica and Jasmine Sullivan and Day 20. It is fun. And when I look back at those pictures, I'm like, dang, girl, you was stacked. I mean, I'm stacked now, but it's a difference when you dancing every day.
Yeah. It is a different type of
It's because you're
physique.
like you're strength training at the same time that you're doing cardio. I was looking, I'm like, dang, girl, you might want to start. But my niece said, so
it's been bad on the body.
Oh yeah, dancing is no joke. Like it's the same with I don't think that people, I don't know, I feel like people don't look at dancing as athletic as it is. Like the same way that men who play football or whatever else, they losing toenails every week. As a dancer, I would go get a pedicure and they start, they like, girl, what you been doing?
Really?
Dragging your feet across bricks? Yeah, kinda.
Say, put some respect on it, okay?
So yeah, and a lot of those dances where we're dancing full out for 30-hour, hour and a half sets in heels. Like that is strenuous work on your body.
Yeah, I can barely walk in them things.
I was screaming.
Stand up at the bar.
But it's so funny because it translates, because then when I'm just regularly out, you know how y'all be like, you don't never wear flats. My feet feel better in heels. Yeah.
Oh, I have a best friend like that, and I'm like, I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, I'm going to wear heels every opportunity.
But I got flat feet, so it's just like anything gonna hurt.
Not the Fred Flintstone.
Yeah, girl, okay, don't go there. Don't go there. Wait a second. They clean, though. Okay?
Oh, no. Okay.
Now, I know you do offer classes sometimes, too.
Yeah.
How do you instruct and gather the folk together that have two left feet?
So that's very interesting that you say that. So back in the day, I used to actually do like a lot of informative dance classes. I always make sure people know what the desired level is for you to attend classes. Because what I realized because I do an arrangement of classes. I do heels classes. I was doing like soca, reggae, Afrobeat classes. And then I was doing more instructional and call and repeat type classes. But what I realized when I started offering brides, packages to do their weddings, I was like, oh, you know what? Everyone who has a desire to dance is not necessarily a dancer. And I'm doing twice the work because I'm not only teaching you choreography, I'm also teaching you how to dance. And I was like, I will never lowball myself like that again.
You didn't have a prerequisite coming
I didn't
into this class.
know, but I didn't know. I was like, oh, okay. So I had to
add tag.
Yes, honey, because that's time consuming.
I bet.
But I enjoy it because you get to forge new relationships with people that you probably otherwise would not have crossed paths with. But my favorite type of class to host, or the two, when I do private for whatever type of special occasion that people have, because you come in and you don't have the anxiety of, oh, I'm in a class, I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to do this, and I'm around strangers. When I do the private sessions where people get to invite their own people are way more relaxed and more open-minded, and it's being a real good time. But I also teach my sensuality classes.
Yes.
And that's what I love, because I get to share not just dance, but all the things that I've learned in regards to femininity and sensuality, because that's a lost art form.
Very. You want to try to spice it up, so we come into class to get that going.
Even just in like your day-to-day, like I tell women all the time, every time you have an interaction with a man, that's your opportunity to rest and practice your femininity. It doesn't matter whether you're attracted to the man or not, but it's a chance, an opportunity to rest in who you're supposed to be. Yeah, it's
figure it
practice.
out. Okay.
Drake said, I can tell that you've been practicing.
Okay. Give me that soft life. Okay, take me out of survival mode, please.
Oh, okay, talk about it.
So you are naturally witty. You have a big personality. So I can definitely understand why you're on TV. But what made you say yes to this?
So the thing is, I was not necessarily formally asked by production. If you know how unscripted series work, like producers, their job is to produce, you know what I'm saying, generate some type of, vibe and situation scenarios. I'm not exactly certain what was going on at the time, but characters, personalities on the show are asked to, pitch people, bring people in, and I'm assuming that maybe there wasn't enough spice going on. It's an assumption. An assumption.
Okay.
And Christina asked, but the thing is this. I had a flashback. Anyway, the thing is this. Christina never really downloaded me on everything that was going on. Like, if she got frustrated or something like that, she'll call me as a sister, like, oh, I just had this type of day, blah, blah, blah. Right. But she never really divulged the full details of anything. So she invited me to a wine tasting. But she told me, like, it's for the show, blah, blah, blah.
I remember this
Yes.
episode.
But I went in I didn't know, the only people I knew there were Bravo, Christina, and Brandon. And so when I went in, I'm thinking I'm just there to kind of, spectate.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I'd be sitting at the main table with the cast. I didn't know that I would be getting mic'd up or anything. Ooh. So it was all off the cusp. Like, that's it. It was. But, I mean, look at it now.
That's where you thrive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, baby.
So it's good. Now, reality TV is not for the weak.
Oh, yeah.
How do you balance? Because once you put yourself out there, it's like for the whole entire world to see and criticize. Like, how do you balance, or do you even care about how you're portrayed, making sure, it's done tasteful into your true character? Like, how do you balance, just the drama? Like, how do you navigate that?
Yeah. So what is still true, what I said earlier about like building a plane while you're flying it and how God is so strategic. Like, this is what I do in general, where I'm always having to be strategic and stay 10 steps ahead of a situation. So like, even with that, Notorious episode, so many people were like, that's not the Chelsea I know. You would have cut up, blah, blah, blah. But there's a time and place for everything, right? Mm-hmm. And so I am grateful for the ability to have foresight to not jump the gun and think about the macro before I'm just like popping off. Now, I'm also very grateful for the ability to not give a fuck. I don't really care about too much. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a good balance.
It is a good balance, because I like to tell, and I think you have a very similar trait. It's probably the same trait, where I like to joke, but I don't play. Okay?
Yeah.
So like, we could have because you have to understand there is a balance. I can tell when somebody is, kind of egging on and pushing and pulling for the moment, which you kind of have to do, because how do you keep people entertained?
Okay.
But don't play.
Don't go too far.
Don't do too much.
Keep it cute.
Keep it real cute.
I hear that.
Okay. But, even in that moment, I was completely caught off guard.
Yeah.
But I think that I handled it very gracefully. And I'm just like, again, lessons. I was just like, I knew how to pivot. I was like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. I had no clue, like, that was what was about to go on.
And that's what it is, knowing how to pivot and stand on your toes, which, like I say, and I tell you this probably every time we see each other, you are very good at that. Very witty, on your toes, and you know how to gather the people.
Child.
For real.
If I'm a crew neck, just say that. But
see, it's that stuff like that. It's that.
But no, for real.
But let's move on to some style, because we are at the Style Guru.
Yes, we are.
First, tell me, how would you describe your style?
So I am a feel-good girl, meaning like I'm all about anything I can touch, smell, hear whatever feels good to me. I'm a user of the five senses.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I've noticed even, like, looking at myself, I'm like, okay, you know, like, you evolved. And I started getting a little bit more riskier with, like, because even, like, the denim on denim, if somebody would tell me about a year ago, like, oh, yeah, I would be like,
Really?
The Canadian tuxedo?
Yes.
Now.
Love it.
But I love it now. I think that I'm a girl who, I like staple pieces. I don't like to look like anybody. Don't tell me I look like nobody. That's a headbutt immediately.
We're about to take it off.
I'm about to take
immediately.
change. I don't want to look like anybody. And I want to feel so good. Like, if I'm not feeling it, I'm not going. Don't.
Right.
Like, you know, some people like, oh, I just threw something on. You would never hear me saying that. I ain't never just threw nothing on.
I said, this is intentional.
Okay? I'm a very intentional woman when it comes to my style. I love statement pieces. I love a lot of jewelry. I love gold. I like to smell good. Like, that's me. I'm not the risk. I know that I tend to stay closer to, like, neutral colors. If it's not black, it's typically neutral.
Yeah.
And now a whole lot of denim too. I'm not really the pattern girl unless it's like a yeah, I don't. Patterns, they just tend to be a little bit too busy for me. But I do like if I have to go big, it's gonna be like it's gonna be some sparkles or some feathers or something like that. Give me like some old Hollywood.
Yes.
I can do that. But I can't do Miss Frizzle. That's not I, said the cat.
Now, you are really good at accentuating your best features. Like,
what are those
you know your
features?
body. We see it. What are those features? What I don't have. What I wish I had. But you know your body and you know what works for you.
Yeah.
And I feel like you definitely have your own personal, like, outfit formula, and you kind of twist it from there.
Yeah.
I love it.
I like to, so I have to be mindful because all my women who are a little top heavy, if you don't open it up, you look like you're suffocating.
Yeah.
And it's no shade, but y'all know like how, y'all know how, I'll say church women, I won't say a specific denomination, but when women who are busty put on anything that come above here, that's all you can see. You look like you need signals at that point. It's too much. It's too much. You look. It
Let
looks
it breathe.
like that. Yeah, let it breathe.
Let
babe.
it breathe. Well, let's talk about some trends, and I want to know if you're into it or should we just scrap it?
Scrap it, like throw it away, or like
Throw it away.
oh, my bad.
Don't go there. You did say East Side now. Because I am West Side. We ain't gonna get on that
threw
though.
out the side.
Yes, okay. But so trends for the fall, just a few. Square toe boots. How do you feel?
Square toe boots. I'm a pointed toe girl. Square it depends on the heel, honestly. It really depends on the heel. I didn't used to be open to it. And I would say it's throwback, but fashion can never really be throwback.
It repeats.
Yep, it just repeats itself. As long as I don't like that little camel toe looking thing, you know what I mean?
Oh,
where they have
the
the separated
in-between the
toe.
toes,
Yeah,
like
that's
the
weird.
Mason. Yeah.
Maybe square could work. It depends on the heel.
Yeah, and those depend, like, I don't know. I can't say for sure about that style because some I like it, like in metallic, and if it's done right, it depends on the shaft of the boot and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it
I
can
like
be
any
weird.
pointed toe. Just seems to be sexy, and I love sexy.
I agree, but I love me a square toe. too.
Yeah. Okay.
The cinched waist silhouette is like really big or going to be, and I think you'll like this because it is very feminine. But like in jackets and blazers, where it's more structured and then cinching in.
Well, you know, everybody. I think who can argue with that?
It's giving body.
Yeah, it's giving body.
Yeah.
Okay, I could do
body.
that for sure.
Okay.
I could do that.
The color olive green is huge.
I've always loved olive.
This is neutral.
It is. And it's so funny because even when I was younger, I've always liked those very like warm earth tones. I mean, I'm an earth sign, but they be like, you look be dressing like a granny. I'm like, cause I got on olive.
Dang.
Like that.
I was supposed to wear.
I just like the color. You know. But I love olive. Ooh, yeah, I like that.
It's actually olive, and another big one is like Bordeaux, like a deep crimson red. And I'm loving it.
Is that close to Marsala or?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
Like a deep Bordeaux red, like crimson.
Okay.
Like, you know,
Okay.
it's giving. I love them, and I love them together.
I just started experimenting with reds. I'll be leaning heavy on you this fall season. I love the fall. I love autumn because you can, if you know how to dress, then you can dress.
Yeah.
But I say that about all seasons. We can tell who can dress by the season, child.
Yeah, but the real bad fly girls come out for the fall.
Yes.
That's when you know.
That's how you know you know what you're doing.
That's for sure.
Yes.
Now, I do want to pop some tags with you.
Ooh.
So, what I'm going to do is pull up a product on the iPad, and you just have to guess how much it is.
Okay.
Easy as that.
Now, are these your products or any product?
No, any product.
Oh, child.
You get no context.
Okay.
Let's see. All right. So, we were talking about square toe boots. So, we're going to start with these red boots. How much you think?
See, I'm conflicted because it's basic, but those be the ones that be a little bit up there. But I'm looking at the hardware on it.
You better get the details.
But I'm also looking at these shorts, you know. That's where I'm conflicted. Okay, let's see. Is it $5.95?
Jeffrey Campbell red boots are $3.28.
Okay. All right.
So just a little up, but
Just
she
a
was
little.
on the right path.
Yeah.
What about these square toes?
I want to put it a little up there, but I'm looking at the seam at the top. It's a little flimsy, but I don't know. Let's give it a little. Let's give it a $2.25.
Pretty little thing.
Yeah, I'm like that looking flimsy at the top.
$98, which is still they probably
That's a
got
little overpriced, but you can get 50% off.
Just a coupon code for that. Okay, so that cinched waist we were talking about. This pant set.
That's a cute pant set, but judging by the body and the neckline, gotta be a hot 69 off Fashion Nova. Where is that from?
I cut the face off.
It don't matter.
You
They
were gonna
use the
recognize
same.
the model.
They use the same type of,
model,
and they put them little cheap, little clear heels on.
Because it is Fashion Nova.
And her waist too small.
$59.99.
See, I see what it is. 69.
40% off coupon
Yeah.
code. You get it by 12
But
the
that's
next day.
cute though. I would definitely wear that. That's cute.
Very. What about this?
Ooh.
Nah, I love this dress.
Yeah, that's real cute. I could see that on you for sure. And she got on them O.J. Simpson gloves. Let me see.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Oh, I know we lying. If I put this thing on, do not disturb.
You are very important.
Lord. Okay, let's just kind of okay. Okay. It's a set. It comes together.
Nope, just the blazer.
Just the blazer. Let's give it 12.
Helsa, and this is $428.
Oh. Okay.
You can probably find it at Zara. Now you might tell from the picture too. Here, what you about to say?
No, I don't say nothing. That's cute. You tried to take it off the background too. You a joke.
I can't even answer yet because it's gonna give you a clue if I do.
That's okay. 98.
So it's Amazon, so you know they did this. I didn't.
Oh, that is so funny.
Because you know they will do this
Yes,
on their
they
own
will.
pictures.
Oh, then now I can take that right on down.
$43.99.
That is so funny.
Okay, and last one, because we're getting into that olive green.
We are. That don't have a lot of structure to it, but it's cute though. I like the fringe.
I like the two different materials on it.
What is it, Gabby? Is it 300?
You tell me.
325, a 46, a 20.
No, actually, this is Marlin. I don't know what that is.
Okay.
TJ Maxx, $79.99.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll mess with that. I like that. Okay.
No, I'm gonna switch gears for a second. I want to get in your business
Oh,
and see what's on your playlist.
oh,
Because we actually just had a little karaoke
We
night.
did just have
and
karaoke
you
night.
was giving it. But anywho, what is the first song you created a dance routine to? Do you remember?
A dance routine?
Like your first, like legit, you had a routine going. I don't know how old you had to be.
It doesn't matter if it was like on stage, just a routine.
No, just yeah.
So 2 moments come to mind. At my great aunt's house, me and my cousins, we did, I'm sure this is not the first, but it's what I'm remembering immediately. We did Try Again, Aaliyah.
Oh, yeah.
But I would have been like, at that point I was probably 12. I do specifically remember being on the east side, our little high selves, making up a dance routine to Ashanti movies.
Oh, I want to feel like
Yeah.
Yes, that was that whole album, actually.
Girl,
little young self was blasting that in
But
the
you
car.
gotta think those type of songs create these little scenarios in your little mind, because back then we envisioned love to be something completely different.
And
so
not.
we're just like, that's a different subject. Love is. No. But no, for sure. Ashanti movies for sure.
I love it. I love that. Who is your favorite artist and why?
Right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right now.
Yep.
Okay, Victoria Monet, hands down.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
First of all, that pen is crazy. Mm-hmm. If you actually get into her music and listen to her lyrics, you're like, now, how did you think of that? She is a very versatile singer. Her performances, she's an entertainer. She's not just, standing on the stage. She's not just a studio voice. When I saw her live, I was just like amazed. And then, you always say this, like, what that mean? Who cares about that? The girl is a Taurus. I love Taurus women. Like, she has that same type of aura and command. Like, Janet Jackson is a Taurus. Mm-hmm. But they're like, when they get on stage, they're a whole different person. When you see them, when they do their little interviews, they all,
very demure.
Yeah, very demure, very cutesy. They're like, oh no. So they keep it poised and cute or whatever the case is. But they get on that stage, they're a whole different vibe.
And it's so opposite from most people, because if I'm in front of that many people, I'm going to go into a shell, whereas they're coming out of their shell. Like, so that's how you know it's their, like, true element.
And she's very intentional in her craft. When you even look at, like, when she did the On My Mama, first of all, she made sure she paid reference to the person who stinted that idea in her. I can't remember that artist's name, but the man who, On My Mama.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you see she got the Soulja Boy references. She did Sierra in that video. And then she partnered, and then she partnered with Sean Bankhead, who was the choreographer. And I believe Asia was on there too as a choreographer, but everything was just so intentional. I was like, oh.
And I love intention.
Yes. And she had her mom in the video.
I know, and her baby
daughter.
at the end. I love that.
Yes.
She even had
Because when the last time you watched a music video and got hyped? Like, it made me feel like I was watching 106 in Park or something.
I'm going to tell you, so that is one that really makes me feel good when I watch it. Definitely takes me back.
Yeah.
And another one is Glorilla. That video just
Which one?
It's 7 p.m. Friday. That is, and I know we keep referencing this, but that video makes me just want to go out and have fun.
Yes.
It does.
It gets you really ignited, because I've seen that in front of everybody. I could be at the altar. That come on.
Not the altar.
I ain't got no.
Ain't got me.
What you thought, sir? Nothing changed.
Nothing.
But the name on the marriage certificate.
What song do you like that people would be shocked that you even know?
Who are the people? Because anybody who knows me know that I love music. I listen to such a wide range. I listen to jazz, like from classical to smooth. I listen to R&B. Yeah, I'm listening to gospel. Like, I was literally just in the car like, the devil is alive. Yeah. Like,
there you go. Here, later on and turn and do your
okay. And then I'm gonna put on Paramore, and I'm put on Lake Street Dog. Like, it does, I don't think anybody is gonna be. I can't think of, maybe if I put on Taylor Swift, because immediately no. Yeah, no.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Fine. Okay. Now I'm gonna really take you somewhere.
Oh.
And I want to know, what were you thinking?
Oh.
So I am going to show you a picture, and I'm seeing it for the first time too,
Oh.
of yourself.
Oh.
And you let me know what you were thinking when you put this look.
This is disrespectful.
This is my favorite part.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh.
See, not bad. That's giving,
Ooh.
sis.
You scared me for 2 seconds.
I know, I always do. Always.
So I was actually going to a birthday party here at the Cambria Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
It was winter time. You call me Mary J, baby, because when it comes to a thigh high,
Kill it.
okay, I'm gonna
Kill
put it
it.
on. And I just wanted something that was like very sculpting and cinching. And so it kind of comes off as a jumpsuit.
It does.
But I just paired some naked wardrobe leggings with a corset that I actually...
So this is a two-piece.
It's two pieces pants. And the corset I got from Macy's for my birthday photo shoot.
Okay.
So I already had that. And then I was on my way home and I'm like, how can I just spice it up a little bit? And I was like, oh, I got some sheer gloves that I used at my birthday shoot too. So I love
a good glove.
Yes, little opera glove, very pristine.
And I know how you was walking too. I see it.
Oh, I got a video.
Oh, yep. Show me.
Oh. So I love anything that like looks tribal. This is actually, I was going to a Halloween party out of town. And I didn't have a costume, so I just did something last minute.
That's what's up. I've never dressed up as an adult.
Yeah. And so I was like, what can I do? And I wanted to still be respectful because when I don't want anybody to think I'm like appropriating their culture or anything like that. But I'm always inspired by embellishments that remind me of anything from Motherland at all. Like I literally have a Motherland tattoo. Like the girl is going to always. But this even reminds me, bulky jewelry like this reminds me of East Africa. This does too. And this is a Christina Bowman Smith piece. All these rings are. But yeah, so I was going to a Halloween party and I was like, the only thing I was concerned about was like, okay, look, how can I do my makeup that's gonna look? So yeah, that's all that's on my mind. I was like, I'm gonna look tribal.
And I forgot you were doing makeup too.
Oh yeah, girl.
You are one of the many. Here we go.
I was at for brunch in Birmingham. And so I wanted to be cute. So this is my thing about Birmingham. And I don't know how many people even think about this type of stuff. So I want us to be cute, but sometimes when you think about Birmingham, we know the audience that's in Birmingham. And I think a lot of people, you don't want to misrepresent a whole community of people, but you also cannot give a fuck. So
you feel like you represent for the whole.
Yeah, because the thing is, so my office for 10 years was in downtown Birmingham. So I've actually had some experiences in Birmingham where I'm like, I don't even want to have to go down this road today, honestly.
I can imagine.
And certain we could say whatever we want to say, style is style, but there are certain prerequisites that go into being a Black woman anywhere you go. So I'm like, I want to be sexy or whatever. And at first I felt myself kind of limiting myself, like, I don't want to. And I was like, now, do you actually really care? No, you don't. I'm like, put on big earrings. You see, I got a Detroit necklace. Because just in case anybody got confused.
Try me.
Don't let you get confused, okay, Mr. Crafts? I don't want you to be confused. But again, I just want to be cute. Again, I love the fall because them boots, baby. And those are some Steve Madden boots that I had for like 6 years that held up very, very well. And then that bag actually came from a Black business owner during the pandemic because, everybody was starting their businesses.
Yes.
I don't remember the brand anymore, but I just remember seeing that little brown bag. I'm like,
I like the look. Like I said, it's giving body, and you know how to definitely dress.
And I like to break it up with like color. Like I'm not a matchy girl. Like I don't really do sets because I don't like everything to match. Like this for me is a lot because I'm like, it is matching. But I will like usually, if I do a different color top, I'll match the shoes and my accessories to it, whatever. But I also I do like monochrome. Just
I was
as
gonna say
long,
I love a good monochromatic
I
look.
like a monochromatic look. I don't like I got on zebra top and bottom. That's crazy.
It's when you get to matching the makeup, the look.
Yeah. Because I'll take you to a petting zoo. Because what's going on? There's no need to do all of that.
Stop it. Is that it? Okay, see,
That's it.
That wasn't bad, see?
I mean, I trust you.
Because you've been doing this. But what's funny, we got to trust them because I didn't see, I told you it's my first time seeing it too. So I'm always nervous as well. But I love this part because you just see how much thought is put behind looks and like, you know, it takes you back to that moment. So
how do you usually like pick up? Because I literally find myself like I know I have somewhere to go, and I'll be like in the car doing whatever, and I'm like piecing stuff together in my mind, and I'm like it'll be good because I think I'm in my mind I'm pretty good at being like, okay, I'm gonna throw this and this, and then
that's what I do.
Okay,
I do the same thing.
Yeah,
I pretty much envision my closet, and then lately I've been trying to just go to new pieces because you know how we have our go-tos and then we just always like,
and don't even realize how often you done.
Like this closet is so stuffed. Let me move on. But usually I just envision the outfit and it always comes out.
Yeah.
Right. But that's what happens when you know your body.
Yeah.
You have your outfit formula. Like my outfit formula is like a bodysuit, high waist, and just layer like texture like a jacket or something. So I just variate that.
Yeah, my friends call me the one piece queen because you know I'm gonna
throw
a jumpsuit because it's quick.
Yes.
It's gonna cinch you, get you in real good, and you ain't got to think about too much. You just do what you said, layer it. If you need to add some fun.
You are the queen of a one piece.
Okay.
That's why I thought that black was a one piece.
Ah, I'm screaming.
So now I just want to get into some current topics, and I want you to tell me if it's overrated, underrated, or just right.
Okay.
So auto gratuity, everywhere we go lately, like, well, not just lately, but since pandemic, they automatically add this gratuity. And it's like everywhere now. They flipping that screen around and saying, do you want a tip? And they ain't even done nothing. What you think about this?
Coming from the business side of it, I understand it because we do know like servers, waitresses, bartenders, they get paid a very minimal, wage. And so this is a way to ensure that they are getting like a fair and just amount of money. However, sometimes they play themselves because if you actually did give me really good service, I tend to still tip on top of the gratuity, honestly, if I got really good service because, like that's the first law of the university. When you're generous, it just come back to you anyway. So it's like, whatever. But when you haven't, baby, where's the manager?
Okay, because they be adding that on in there thinking they can act any way they want to act.
A lot of, and the thing is, there was a point in time where people were in the service industry, specifically when it comes to hospitality. They were in hospitality because that's what they love. They love serving people. They take pride in what they do. You go places now, you barely getting greeted. Like
can't even say hi.
Don't know how to. They're not saying nothing. They flipping a little. They got tablets where the menu's on now. They ain't got to. They not really. They flip, flop, floop.
That is a big turn off for me.
Yeah, but that's why you gotta be selective in the type of places you go. So there's that.
What about IG food critics? Overrated, underrated?
Like mukbang?
Huh?
Like mukbang?
No, like the ones that
like
go
Keith
around.
Lee.
Yeah. Because everybody pretty much is self-proclaimed at this.
I like it. It's just right for me. Like I watch Keith Lee content all the time, but more specifically, like those are the two important things in my life are food and sleep.
Okay.
So food, I'm going, and I be wanting to know too, because I ain't got to go waste my time and my money going somewhere if you willing to tell me how it really is.
But the thing is, I just have to make sure that your taste aligns with mine.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people like, very flavorful. Sometimes everybody just has a different taste.
I like the food critics, not even just because of like the food itself, but if you're doing it for the right reasons, like how Keith Lee does, and he really sheds some light onto some backstories of business owners. A lot of business owners, you'll never know their story.
Yep.
You just like their food, so you might frequent their location, whatever the case is, but you never know what hardships they've been through. A lot of times there's some family history tied into why they started certain, restaurants or whatever the case is. So that's the part that I like. I agree
with you. I don't like it when Some critics just go out there just for views. They just like can be assholes.
Yeah,
or,
yeah, yeah.
You know, I
For
don't like
sure.
that, but I definitely like how
But
people do.
some of the, you know, you and I, we had a recent conversation because somebody reviewed a local restaurant that I had just tried, and then they tried it, and he wasn't wrong because I thought that was some baby back bull. I was like, what is this? So, I mean.
And then I tend to, if you, like, for instance, Keith Lee, if he criticizes and he says it's good and I go and I like it, then I know I can trust.
Yeah.
You know, then I'll continue to watch. But if I know you just out here doing it for views and what you talking is not it, I'm like, I ain't watching you no more.
I still haven't had that chicken salad.
Which one?
It's a chicken salad.
You will not get me like that. Last one, since we on Love and Marriage. Ooh. What do you think about prenups? Overrated, underrated, or just right? Ooh, the thoughts.
I think people have a misunderstanding of what prenuptial agreements are.
Talk to me.
If you look at marriages when they dissolve, and also this is for what I plan to have in this lifetime, it makes sense. For people who don't plan to do much in this lifetime, it don't make sense. You're supposed to be able to maintain the status level that you had prior to convening with someone else. If you look at marriages when they dissolve, again, depending on the social class level, a lot of times people end up asked out because you could have spent years, you know, doing whatever it was that you done in your respective field and industry and built up this empire, and then somebody could just be in that same relationship and just absolve everything that you've done out of pure sheer greediness or because they're in their feelings because of the situation at hand. But I think people hear prenup, but they forget about the agreement part of that term. It's an agreement, so you come to terms that make sense, that y'all both are aligned with, so that everybody, because you have to, I don't care what nobody says, love is good, and it's from God for sure, but there is a business aspect of partnership. There is a business aspect of marriage, and what's one of the number one reasons why people get divorced anyway? Finances. Because these are things that you did not think of. There are certain things in life that you cannot just roll with the punches and go with the flow with.
Communication.
Because when you get to that bridge and it's time to cross it and you're not prepared, the bridge crumbles. So you won't catch me slipping, okay?
And having those conversations, like even when they have like premarital counseling, whatever, and those type of topics come up, you definitely have to make sure that you're on the same page with someone, because you, like you said, until you get to a certain experience of life, you don't know how a person is going to handle it. So
we're in this westernized culture where everything is just so deeply rooted on how you feel. But if you put that up, even if you put that up against other cultures, even if you put it up from a spiritual standpoint, like the heart is deceiving and knows not what it wants. So it's like, you can't just, and feelings are fleeting. I could feel however I feel right now, 5 minutes be perfectly fine. Forget that I even had that experience 5 minutes ago. You don't make long-term and lifetime decisions based off feelings. That's crazy.
God. And that's what I think that's a deeper conversation.
Oh,
but
yeah,
that's
girl.
Wrong with a lot going on in the world right now.
Yes.
But people are very emotional and they just go off of, like you said.
You already know. Because then when they look at other cultures, like, oh, well, they believe in polygamy and blah, blah, blah. And I would never, it's like you wouldn't know what you would ever do. And it's not about the polygamy part. The reason why they're capable of doing that is because they're financially sound. They're capable of taking care of multiple households. Yo, dude, mattresses on the floor. What are we talking about?
All right, that's it. That's it.
I'm just saying.
It. Well, that's all I have for Chelsea. Is there anything you want the world to know?
Yeah, absolutely. Tune into season 2 of Love and Marriage Detroit every Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Oprah Winfrey Network. That's all. I appreciate you, Gabby.
Y'all tune in. I appreciate you. Watch my girl Chelsea and always stay fly.
Yes.